Hello.
Factory time!
Yay!
And once again, we've brought on a few more folks than usual.
Hey, folks.
Hey, folks.
Say hello if you'd like, folks.
Yeah, we just dumped Kate Cohen because he was bringing us down, man. Bringing down the average.
I don't have to say hi, because
Yeah, what a bummer.
it's always dragging us down.
So, first thing we're going to do is we're going to finish off that one whatchamacallit from last time.
You still haven't made that sword. I'm actually kind of disappointed.
I'm working on it.
I want that cool-ass sword to be made.
Well,
It's neat looking.
you might be here for that.
Maybe.
Yeah. Last time we did about 25% of the factory job.
I mean, does the factory stuff give you the best, like, arguably the best stuff in the game, or is it basically just an excuse to kill time?
Well, it kind of it depends. It gives you access to stuff that otherwise you would never get access to.
But can you get better stuff by not doing any of this, is my question.
It does stuff that no other stuff does. So it's hard to say if it's better. It's just different, and the only way to get these different things, in most cases.
It's like any JRPG. If you ignore the side quest, you have less shit to
I mean,
mess
yeah,
with.
you can totally ignore it, but you'd be gimping yourself out of status. Yeah. It's like any RPG.
I want to see an RPG that is all just main quest, actually. That would
That's a lot
greatly
of
interest
quests.
me.
That's
All
exhausting.
main quest. No side quest. 90-hour long main quest.
Oh, god damn.
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to think of an RPG.
You're still getting 90 hours of side quests and shit. What's the difference between side quest or main quest?
Well, the thing is that what you'd probably end up with is an RPG where
Yeah, I mean,
everything you did had very little to do with everything else you did.
Yeah.
You just sit there and you'd go, why the hell do I have to build this thing in a factory again? How in the world does this have anything to do with killing a centuries-old golem?
No, I want Killing Centuries Old Golem to be literally, like, the game. That is... The final boss takes up 90 hours.
there's
of time.
only
That's
so much
what I want.
escalation you can do in a game before you start like just drawing it out too long. Like
Although I suppose you could make if you could turn the entire Dragon Ball saga into one long JRPG.
yeah, it's just a constant series of escalations. Like you always have to outdo yourself over and over again because you're constantly getting stronger, so you have to constantly fight stronger things.
Yeah.
But it just gets like weird after a point. 'Cause then these
I think... I don't know, the biggest issue with RPGs for me is that it is the escalation, but if you could write just a really compelling story and not have to worry about escalation, if you didn't fight, the boss's henchman and then immediately fight the boss and only kind of lose because of a cutscene.
So what you're telling me what you want is a book. Of fiction.
Basically, a book
Essentially.
in game form.
Then read fucking Lord of the Rings. God damn it.
But I want, there's no games like that. I want a game like that. I want a game that immerses me.
By the
Mass
way,
Effect did that
hey.
well.
It's the sword, dude.
Oh,
It's the
Wow,
sword.
Making
Oh, no.
that sword. Alright.
It's the
Gonna
thing you've
make
been
a
complaining about since
sword.
the start. Here we go.
Gonna make a sword.
Good. Yeah, make that sword. Make that sword a thing.
Making the sword a thing.
Alright, making a sword. By the way, you guys should thank me.
Oh yeah, why?
Because I had to grind for hours to get the alchemy ingredients to build all this crap that I'm building today.
Hey man, that was all on you. Had nothing to do with that.
Yeah, that's your choice to 100% this game, I assume.
Well, it's my choice to entertain you folks. Because, if I had been doing this myself, I would have waited till the end of the game when all of the alchemy ingredients are in plentiful supply.
Why didn't you do that shit then?
Probably just by accumulating them over time.
Because he needs to.
Because I want to
show it off.
space these out because the Insectron videos are all going to be at the end anyhow.
Oh,
Insectron. I still think that's the stupidest fucking name for a bug tournament.
It's a pretty stupid name.
For a bug tournament. You're essentially putting mantises in jars and making them fight as a regional sport.
It's just cockfighting, but less illegal.
But bugs. But bugs.
Yeah,
It's cockfighting
basically.
but bugs.
It makes no less sense than Pokemon.
Well, this is true.
That's a fair point.
Man, I
By
can't.
the way, I did something a little bit earlier. You may have noticed, but I was testing to see whether I had the right hunk of metal for this particular item.
I did notice that. Then you switched hunks of metal, and then now you're working on timing and stuff. So
Yeah. So the thing is that you can test it. The factory is very nice because you can test this stuff by clicking run before you've put any of the right stuff in or plugging anything in. The first thing it detects is whether or not you have the right ingredients, so it tells you straight up whether or not you've got the right ingredients first of all.
That's nice.
well, I mean, aren't you basically just using a guide anyways? Don't you know?
Yeah, but I'm lazy.
It's the human condition.
It is.
And besides, I wanted to show that fact off. Or at least I wanted to test it because I wasn't certain because it's been a long time since I've played.
It's an important piece of functionality. Being certain about things. So put down a bunch of shit here now.
Yeah, it's a grinder. Grinding them gems.
Grind that
I
shit.
think next time someone makes an RPG
Powder.
of video game or a LP of an RPG, they should just link directly to GameFAQs and be like, "And here's my LP." The LP is GameFAQs.
Yeah, especially if it's one of the ones that have the entire game script written out for you.
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
hope they dumped that and didn't actually type it, because that's just sad otherwise.
yeah. Alright, I had to play this game 18,000 times, but I finally have all the text, even the incidental dialogue from the back characters. Imagine fucking Chrono Cross if someone typed up all the dialogue.
Oh my! I've never played
Oh,
Chrono
no.
Cross, but even
No.
I know that game has
No.
ridiculous amounts of
No,
dialogue.
what? No. Why would you? No.
I saw the LP for that. Apparently the only really good thing to come out of Chrono Cross was that opening song.
Basically,
I've never really I never really read the LP, which is a shame because I love Dark ID stuff. But
My-
Dark-
Yeah, it's id.
yeah,
Dark id.
whoops. I still
I have a dirty little secret. I don't actually ever click music links in LPs. I don't care how good they say the song is, I never fucking...
why? It takes literally no effort whatsoever. You just,
I know, I understand that. I just, I don't.
And you can even middle click them, you don't even have
Yeah.
to look at the
yeah, that's true. I love middle.
No,
Tab.
I know that. I mean, I just don't. I guess.
So you are
Like,
honestly the worst kind of person.
Mm-hmm.
I am.
Not
yeah.
necessarily the worst.
It's the same with
kind.
videos of boss battles. I don't ever click on that shit. Even if it's not in screenshot form, I will just fucking skip that boss battle. Now.
To be fair, I'll do that too, because when I'm reading a screenshot LP, watching a guy do an RPG fight or something, it's kind of boring. Because if I want to do that, I'd play the freaking game, man.
Okay, Alan was doing Legend of Dragoon, and he did boss fights, and that's cool. I mean, there's timing and stuff with these battles. You know, there could be timing if you care. But
Right.
it's kind of like, alright, this is, a JRPG from the 90s, so how much am I really missing out? The music?
I've seen this all before, I feel.
Yeah, it's, you click X a whole bunch of times, and
Yeah.
stuff happens. It's why I like the idea of
Alright.
Final Fantasy XII.
I think I got this stuff. Time to plug everything in.
Alright.
I actually hated the idea of Final Fantasy XII from the get-go because it sounded like the game was masturbating, and wouldn't you know it, the game was masturbating.
No, see, I don't.
But I mean, it adds an interesting concept to the whole,
Ah, god damn it.
some tactics to it.
Made that quote a bit too long there.
Yeah, and you have to go out of the menu and click another menu and then go in and unclick the thing and then go back into the first menu and bam.
It's A+
That's-
game design right there.
It's unintuitive, but
And I
Yeah.
forgot that I plugged that thing in, so it gets another one. Whoops.
No, it's double power. It's double better.
It'll work twice as good. It won't overload it all.
Exactly.
And I accidentally left that one piece of pipe there, so
Yeah, well,
Can't plug it on that
sneak it
side.
around the other side. It's fine.
who cares?
No one trip on that shit, though.
Everybody, you're gonna have to stay far, far away as I get the extension cords.
We're making this a massive OSHA hazard right here.
Space OSHA.
You're not ISO 9000 certified. What level 1 it is for factories. It's a bunch of them.
No, it is. I am pretty sure factories have ISO 9000 too.
Well,
I mean, when I worked at a factory, we had like a biannual visit.
yeah, a lot of I believe because I'm getting trained to do the internal auditing at my work, and like the 9001 and 9001 was one we're doing because we're in an office. It's more like guidelines that you make your own standards to adhere to, and then they just go and then check to make sure you're actually following your own guidelines. It's a lot less stringent than like the safe ones for manufacturing. Like,
How did you do that in one try? Oh my god.
Yeah, because I was counting this time.
Oh, I see.
And
Yeah.
for all of that, we got an Alexander, which is sort of a mid-level sword that you can create because it's in the normal scheme of things, and who cares? And it's sort of the same thing with this high-tech tornado gun, for that matter.
That sounds really badass, but I feel like it falls through 10 levels after you use it.
Welcome to this game.
and does it actually shoot tornadoes, or is it like one of those utility guns?
It's a JRPG gun, Hogs. It
Oh, you don't even know about JRPG. You haven't watched these videos,
No,
have
this
you?
thing, it fires tornadoes. This thing literally fires tornadoes.
Look, you can get guns that fire nukes and people survive. All right, I just
But are they damaging tornadoes or like? No.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a little better
I mean,
than your
the guy who
platform
uses
gun.
it normally uses flamethrowers, and it does the exact same thing, except he's killing you with the wind.
That's nasty, man.
he's Aang. He's clearly the Avatar.
Listen to this. You have a gun. It's one of the first guns you get that creates platforms for you to jump on. And then you have a gun that you use just to freeze a waterfall.
That is literally its only purpose. One waterfall.
No, you used to freeze a boss too. No, but you had to freeze the waterfall, then shoot the waterfall with a platform gun to make platforms on it as well.
Yeah.
That's okay. Whatever works, I guess.
Because even though there was like rocks next to the waterfall, I couldn't shoot those with the platform gun. God no.
No.
Had to
You
freeze
had
the
to
freaking
make sure
waterfall.
that waterfall was frozen first. Damn it.
Oh yeah, the mist from the waterfall would have washed those platforms right off.
I didn't see any
Yes,
mist.
mist is
Must have been representational of the thing we were seeing there.
one of those rock killers, apparently. Light, gentle mist. Rocks just can't stand it.
Well, rock is elementally weak against water.
Making the whatever I'm making now is actually pretty easy because I just had to adjust one line and everything else was timed correctly.
Right.
I think that's cheating. You are a cheater.
No, it's being efficient. You have to work smarter, not harder.
Yeah, that's the ISO
Yeah.
9000 way.
It is.
I've heard that before, so I believe you.
Yeah, I've been kind of bummed though because I was supposed to train this week too, but we had like terrible high call volumes, and they took everyone off training, so I had to miss everything. Had to reschedule stuff. It's a big pain in the butt.
Oh, call centers. That
I
get
want
calls,
more
I don't
responsibilities. I
understand.
want to be hired and stop being a contractor and be just an employee, so I get benefits. Because I want those sweet benefits.
Gotta get them benefits, man.
I am picking up more hours at work to not have no money.
Working full time is pretty great. I gotta tell you.
Wait, not have...
Not have no money, because I currently have no money. I want to not have no money.
Oh yeah, I built a tri-elixir. That's actually pretty nice.
Yeah, it is pretty nice. I have no money, and I would like to have no money, but that's kind of not happening still.
What does the tri-elixir do?
Well, the tri-elixir builds the... it does what it does in Final Fantasy.
Full heals everyone. It's like a mega elixir.
Yeah, full heals your health and your special ability points.
For the whole
Did
party.
you guys just reference Final Fantasy 1 and forget that I'm, easily like.
No, it's
10 years
any Final
later.
Fantasy.
Yeah.
It's
They
a mega
all-
elixir.
they
It's
all
a mega
have that.
elixir.
Use the same names.
Oh, Mega.
It's
Elixir.
a mega elixir, not
In fact, there
tri-elixir.
was no elixir in the original Final Fantasy. There was only one healing item in Final Fantasy 1. It was a potion, and you can only buy 99 of them. They only had like 30 HP. They were terrible.
Yeah, it was much better to just use spam healing magic all day long.
Is that not usually the case?
Yeah, but in Final Fantasy 1, you had Venetian casting, so you had to like switch to all the different levels and it was a pain in the ass. Fancy, whatever. I don't know how to pronounce words. I am a terrible person.
Pretty sure the people, the nice people of Venice are not spellcasters.
Venice
Unfortunately.
can suck it.
Well, maybe some of them are. You don't know. You can't speak for all of Venice.
This is true. Let me ask you this,
Maybe
Bob.
many
So,
fanciful spellcasters.
so you make the items and you can buy them afterwards.
Yeah.
Can you just make more and instead, like, get more crap from the factory? Like, you
I
want to...
don't think so, but on the other hand, it's a hell of a lot easier to come up with money instead.
Yeah,
Yeah, this is true.
especially since you don't have to do all this damn work for it.
Oh, can you save the plans? Like, you build something and then you can just continuously use that format forever?
No. You don't have to delete items after you're done using them. I mean, you can see I'm just discarding those tubes instead of just ridding myself of them, but, yeah, if you decide to reset the factory, everything's gone.
Oh, joy.
You just had different layouts, right? That you start with.
And at best, it gives you the number of platforms and the number of combiners, assemblers. It gives you the number of platforms and the number of assemblers you need.
Ah, yes, the combiners.
I corrected myself.
Did you really?
Yes, he did.
Yeah, why you gotta be so, confrontational random?
I know, right?
I was gonna be contrary.
Then I would have made fun of you.
Uh,
Much as you made fun of us for not being able to spell Duchess correctly, even though everyone just spelled Duchess.
I
the way
had
you spelled
also
Duchess.
spelled it incorrectly, yes.
Exactly, that was my point. And it's just
It just means that his statement is that much more true.
Exactly, I said no one can spell Dutch correctly, and it was not wrong.
it was not incorrect.
I was also wrong, so...
You-
He was not lying.
But the fact that you would point out flaws in other people's writing while you're
I was just
writing
spelling
no
Duchess the way he spelled Duchess.
So was I.
Let me tell you about my writing. I used to be a huge stickler about it. Then I went to college and was an English major. Now I don't give a shit anymore. I just gave
Oh,
up.
Should the opposite not usually happen? It seems like that is
No,
one
no.
of those things where
No, I don't use caps anymore. I barely use punctuation. I'm like, fuck it.
The only reason I know the difference between skim and scan in the context of reading something is because of 2-minute mysteries. And Divine Blessing, that is a full party, full status remover.
oh, so it's a full heal, but for your entire Pokemon party.
No, full heal is something else. I'm talking status effects here.
Yeah, full heal in Pokemon gets rid of any status effects.
Nah, the Pokemons.
Pokemon. You have to remember that Bobbin never has played Pokemon.
Did
I've
you not
passed
have
the
a
first-
childhood? What is
For
wrong
like
with you?
past the first 20 minutes, I think.
I haven't played one since like 2005.
Yeah, but you've at least played Pokemon.
Well, yeah, when I was their core demographic, and then a little bit after
I have
that.
never owned a Nintendo product in my entire life.
I don't think I'll be buying another one or another console ever again.
The only times I have ever played a Mario game is when I was at a friend's house, or borrowing one of their
What about Kirby?
systems.
How can you not play Kirby? Kirby is great.
By not owning a platform that Kirby is played upon.
Right, but why would you do that? Why would you limit yourself of Kirby?
Guys, I gotta say, we all could be doing bad things one time.
We could.
Because the only platforms I've ever had are ones my parents insisted I buy for myself.
Just get a computer and then run emulators, and then you can have every system. Ever.
See, the thing about that is when you have every single game possible at your fingertips, suddenly you don't want to play any of them. I
Yeah.
found.
Well, you
No.
can see I'm doing some more cheating here with triple alchemy items.
I sat down and I fucking played that Predator NES game, despite the fact that it was a piece of garbage shit. Because that was one of the few games that I had from Nintendo, and we didn't own any of like the classics. I mean, we owned some of the really, really big stuff like Mario 3 and Legend of Zelda, but we didn't have Contra. We didn't have a single Mega Man.
Oh, I played the hell out of Contra again. It's a friend's house. Although I don't think we ever got past like stage 3.
That's okay. Contra's fucking hard, so
Yeah, I don't like hard games. I am bad at video games.
Never owned Double Dragon.
don't you play FTL all the time?
No,
Alright,
not
so the
really.
two things we
Oh.
just got here are debuff items.
Debuff
Oh.
items.
See, I've managed to actually beat Contra without the Konami code.
I mean, it's pretty plain what they are. You see the down arrows next to the sword and the shield, so you know what they do.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of self-explanatory.
Right.
That's the symbol for debuff since like ever.
Down means worse, up means better.
Exactly.
Numbers. Make them better. Make them worse.
I'm sick of numbers, man.
Number overload.
I just want like arbitrary like bars telling me what stuff is. I don't really care about the nitty gritty.
That's why Dungeon World is so great, because numbers are small and you don't have to worry about them too much.
Yeah, I don't really worry about it at all. I just make shit up all the time.
No, well, yeah, you don't worry about them at all.
Shameless boosting. Dungeon World is great. Everyone should buy it and play it.
Well, not buy it, because like I don't think it's available to buy yet.
Yeah, it is. You can buy PDFs,
Oh, it is?
not a book. It's $10. You also
Oh.
get EPUBs.
Everyone buy it and then play it. It's the greatest.
I'm waiting for the book.
Support developers that do great things.
Yeah, stop being a terrible drain society and just doing everything.
Yeah. Even I'm buying fucking Dungeon World now, and I don't have any income. I am buying a $10 quote-unquote book.
You should get on that, man.
I should.
Yeah, you maybe should prioritize though, because having money, while is not the not the most important thing, is useful for surviving in a capitalist society.
Yeah.
Or really any society.
Even the fucking Marxist stuff was like, hey, you still need money to do this shit. It's just that everybody is supposed to be making the same amount all the time.
Well, you need at least goods to trade. You need some sort of commodity, really.
I will trade you a chicken for 4 eggs.
That's a bad trade.
No, because the chicken is an infinite supply
Yeah.
of eggs. Maybe someone really wants.
Oh, I thought you were trading the chicken. Okay, never mind then.
No, I mean maybe someone really wants eggs for breakfast and can't wait for the chicken to lay eggs, so he will take that trade for eggs and be like, eggs. But joke's on him because you have a chicken, which is eggs forever.
Why don't we just make a deal and say,
Assuming you've got seed for it.
yeah, you gotta feed that chicken. There's a sunk cost in that.
Well, you got eggs from somewhere. I assume it's from another chicken.
Keep fucking that chicken.
And grubs, too. Yeah, grubs are the real source of chicken and eggs.
Now,
Yep.
do giraffes make a noise?
Yes, they do.
Yeah,
They bleat
Yeah.
like a deer.
Someone even posted in the thread about it.
Yeah. Somebody made a post about it, and they totally bleat like deer.
just,
Okay.
just like
Alright.
deeper because it's more neck length.
Yes.
Really? Giraffes have more neck length than deers? Are you sure?
I am pretty sure
Are you sure
that
about that fact?
deer
99%
have more neck
sure.
length. I do not have more neck length. Wow.
Apparently, they just choose not to
Yeah, they're
say anything when they're adults.
quiet animals.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I've seen like National Geographic and shit, and I've never heard a giraffe make noise.
They don't make it much often, but like if they're really, really
Distressed.
distressed or like, uncomfortable with something.
Probably mating, maybe. I don't know. Gotta check those mates.
I assume giraffes mate like clumsy horses.
I guess.
I suppose. I mean,
I don't think it happens in like Disney where they make hearts with their necks and shit.
I don't think. No.
Pretty sure they're not that flexible. There's something else that video the guy posted pointed out is that giraffes have the exact same number of neck vertebra as every other mammal.
That's that's not.
It's just that they're a lot longer.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they don't move so much.
They sway.
Yeah, they sway.
Do they sway to the music? Do they feel the beat?
I don't know. You should do some testing on that. Take a boombox to the zoo.
Well, that took a lot of effort, but I'm finally ready.
And you didn't double voltage anything.
Aw.
Aww.
See if you counted right. Yeah, you did.
I like the cinematic camera angles. It adds a certain je ne sais quoi to your factory.
Meanwhile, making its long journey into the wilderness, this pile of rainbow-colored goo.
It's really the best kind of.
As soon as you said that, all I could think of was Morgan Freeman.
So does that just revive everyone?
I mean, they know the
Perfect
audience.
Reviver. So the thing about the Perfect Reviver is that
Full health.
full health for everybody, ever.
So like even not in the party.
So you
Yes.
never use another item ever again, basically.
Oh no.
Well, you can only hold so many. Like, you can only hold like 5 at a time, I think.
Really?
So it's like,
I don't know, something pretty low for Perfect Revivers, I'd say.
Yeah.
I mean, you can have 50 potions, for example.
so is the item limit based on the item?
Yes.
Ah.
Hide from beasts, is that basically a repel?
No, it's turning off the random encounters.
So it's
Yeah,
Okay,
that's a
it's
repel.
a repel.
Remember,
I keep forgetting
he
you haven't
doesn't
played
play
Pokemon.
Pokemon.
I know, yeah.
yeah, but repel did repel everything, just big stuff.
Well, yeah, that's the same here, actually.
It
Oh.
it actually repels whoever is like lower level monster than whoever's first.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah, in this case, it's whoever's lower level than the person who's wearing the thing.
Yeah, so kind of.
Right.
Because why would you ever not put that on your highest level member?
If you'd want to grind.
Yeah, well.
Yeah,
why would
grinding,
you have put it in the first place if you want to grind?
grinding is kind of important in this game.
You wouldn't. That's what he meant. It's a JRPG, of course grinding is important.
That's kind of the sum of the stuff, yes. Is that in order to get through areas that you don't care about, you put that thing on. And there's also stealth pills, but they're items and they run out of stuff.
Which is bad.
So the advantage of the...
How would a stealth pill work?
It's like a stealth boy, except you swallowed.
Well-
Wait, are we sure it's not a suppository?
Whoops.
Cannot say for sure, unfortunately.
Maybe it just slides out after a while. That's why it stops working.
That's not how suppositories work.
It could be. This is a magic suppository. It makes you invisible.
This has
It's
just
clearly
gone
magical.
to a very weird place here.
It's like hemorrhoid cream. You apply it and turn invisible, and then it dries up. And
It,
no one-
what? What? I don't think that.
Random ninja,
What?
shut up! Please, shut up!
I can't even make a coherent
God.
sentence. What?
They've...
I think you broke
They're-
me.
Clear, the pills are actually clear and have a red substance inside them.
Ah, so the joke apps.
Yes.
I like my idea.
No, I like that idea better. Shut up! You're not allowed to talk anymore.
You know that's not true, Kalon.
I
On the
know.
plus side, you do turn invisible, so it is worth a lot of discomfort potentially.
I don't know that anything is worth a suppository. Even if it turns you invisible, that seems like a high price to pay.
Depends on how big it is.
I guess, yeah.
I assume a pill that turns you invisible for a while would be pretty big.
You don't know. Maybe it's really
I
concentrated.
don't know. It's magic, man.
And in any case, you can put this seal on your chest. Like, I don't even know how they technically put it on. Maybe they just
It's an Iron Man thing. They screw
It's
in.
like the Flava Flav big clock chain.
Yes, canon.
Can't unsee.
There we go. Somebody in the thread draw that.
It's so gaudy. It must work.
Somebody in the
Because I
thread
wouldn't want to
needs
be
draw
seen
that.
in this.
Not me, because I'm not that great at drawing.
All the monsters put up their hands next to their eyes so they don't have to look at it.
I don't know, man. I'm surprised. You actually draw pretty well.
Shut up! No, I'm terrible.
No, everyone, go check out Kalen's Tumblr or whatever he has.
No,
it's Tumblr.
don't. It's a Tumblr.
It's basically Tumblr. Yeah, go check out.
It is a
Kalen's
Tumblr.
It's great.
No, he's lying. No one should check out Tumblr. Ever.
Nobody ever look at my Tumblr because it's just bad art that I draw.
Oh, and also
because
go
I'm-
check out Colin V's Tumblr because he did a spoken word. Baby, what was it? I can't even remember anymore. Spoken word terrible rap song. That's all I need to know. It was great.
Oh god.
It was worth like the 3 minutes I listened to.
Your time is that much a premium, right?
You know, I once heard about this one guy who did, like, rap songs, but he had the kind of 1950s announcer voice, and he did it like spoken word.
Oh man, I would listen to that.
I would listen to that too, and I don't even listen to much rap.
Well, that's because it's spoken
But
word.
yeah, he was speaking the gangster rap, so, you know, whitest voice in the world speaking here.
I think it'd be worse if it was Urkel. Urkel voice just makes everything more ridiculous.
Yeah, I can't disagree.
Yeah. I don't think anybody can disagree with that. Oh, speaking of Urkel voice, have you seen the Sonic fan movie?
What?
I saw when that popped up, and I intentionally avoided that.
What?
I saw. Yeah, there's a Sonic fan movie, and they got Jaleel White to do the voice of Sonic.
What?
That can't be good. That just.
They got the
Wait a
act.
second, I put this in backwards.
Yeah.
I was gonna say something.
Silly me.
I mean, I saw you tried to plug it in, and then it plugged in, and I'm like, that doesn't make sense. Unless it can go in the grinder.
It plugs in.
But yeah, Red Supre talked over it, and that's
God.
the only reason that I ever watched it.
Gotta send me that link then, if they did that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty great. I mean, not the movie.
No,
the movie
no, I know
is
that.
like a pile of garbage, but
Yeah.
also the movie has cameos from Eagle Raptor, Brental Floss, the Nostalgia Critic.
Well, so it's like basically Newgrounds the movie, is what you're saying.
Yeah, pretty
Apparently
much.
one of those internet review sites. Apparently this was created by someone from there, so they got all of their colleagues to just show up for it. That's what I heard just from the thread where it showed up.
It's horrible.
Did it have that?
Horrible Obama. It's done by the same guy who did the Mega Man movie.
Oh.
I haven't seen that one either, but
Also did not watch.
I watched the Mega Man movie, and I really wish I didn't.
I try to avoid things that will ruin my childhood forever.
So what the hell are these things even about anyhow?
They're
Terrible.
just
It,
Do the characters just wander around and make references and cameos?
Okay,
No,
you know
it's
that
like-
terrible Sonic Mario crossover thing that was in whatever thread on the forums a while back?
No.
It's basically a movie form of that.
you mean
No.
Tails gets trolled?
Yeah.
Tails Gets Trolled is amazing. Shut
No,
up.
it wasn't. It was
No,
terrible.
Tails Gets Trolled is fucking fantastic.
It's amazing
Oh.
because
Oh,
it's
by
terrible.
the way, the next thing I just created is the Brave symbol, which is a buff item.
It's like the guard break or whatever the fuck, but the
No.
opposite, right? Or no, sorry, the sword one, but opposite.
No, it's the Brave is both. You sell both the sword and the
Oh,
shield. Because you can normally buy like one or the other buff items, but the Brave is both.
Now, see,
so it saves a turn.
So, Bobbin, the Mega Man movie is basically make the plot of Mega Man, but with half the Robot Masters are really horrible CGI, and the other half are just really horrible costumes, and then there's Proto Man thrown in there for good measure.
well, yeah,
Well, that much makes sense.
yeah.
Because Proto Man thrown in there for good measure describes a lot of the Mega Man games.
Yeah, this is true.
Finally making that bug cage, huh?
Yep, gonna use a disassembler for this one.
I remember this cape. You talked about it in the last video. This cape was the cape that you
It's
were talking about.
Cage.
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 Oh, cape.
It's right there on the screen.
I read cape. I see cage now. Originally I read cape. I don't.
Just gotta turn that P around.
Fascinating.
and add a little.
Mind your P's and G's. Wait, I don't think that's how it works.
God damn it.
Well, I mean, P's and Q's are still pretty bad, to be fair.
Yeah.
I just think the rating system is so. The race. Oh, it's looking cool.
What?
What?
I don't
What?
know what's going on anymore.
What happened?
What is even?
It's a joke that died on the runway. Let's just leave it at that.
Bob, you should be ashamed of yourself.
I'm sorry, I killed those passengers. It's all my fault.
Oh wow.
Wait, so the bug uses a walkie-talkie and a piece of wood.
Yes.
Well, actually, it's mecha and nature or something.
But still walkie-talkie.
Yes.
I mean, you have to use a specific one. It's not like any one you could pick. It has to be that one.
Rainbow ooze and a hunk of moving something. Why is it moving?
Because
It's alive?
it likes you.
Presumably it's jolting around in there. But I got a new trap.
Man, JRPG swords are so unwieldy.
Insector trap. Insector. That sounds like a terrible 80s.
And now I get a cage.
Well, welcome to.
Didn't you just make that cage?
No, I mean the other thing. There's traps and there's cages.
But that one was also an elusive bug cage.
Right. The titles are the same,
I
but
see.
they are different items.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Need more synonyms for my bug cages.
Yeah, I mean,
Got it. Synonyms are important for bug cages.
I have no idea why I flipped that around. The washer does not actually have the same thing on. The washer is like the only thing that doesn't have a plug on both sides of it.
That's inconvenient.
Yeah.
but it makes you think. It makes you go, clearly I need to plan this out better.
Clearly.
It doesn't make you think at all. Just another roadblock to the thing you want to make.
RPG! Specifically J.
Well, without the roadblocks, there would be no minigame.
This is true.
It would just be find. It would just be find the items, and then you're done.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want more of that. We discussed this earlier in the episode.
No, but then
I want more of that.
Well, there are other things you can do to find the items, and then you're done.
But I want just find the items and then you're done.
well, too bad.
Is that too much to ask?
Too bad. Yes, it is.
That's some good layout there, Bobbin. With those wires.
Name a game where it is just here, items, and then done. I must know.
I'm sure there are some. I can't think of any. I'm kind of out of the loop
Yeah.
with games, especially JRPGs in the last decade.
If you could consider like Mass Effect or something along those lines. You don't really craft items in that. Just
Okay, so
Except Mass Effect 3, where it's like, here, enjoy having to upgrade your gun to level 5, and then having to upgrade
apparently they did not keep the Sonic movie Retsu up because I can't find it.
Oh man.
aw.
See, I like games
Well,
where.
we're out of time now,
Oh man. See y'all later.
so I'll see you next time.